What is up, guys? Tarzan here. As you can tell, I've been MIA the last week because I was extremely ill, but for now we're kind of back. So I did a community poll on my channel asking you guys what kind of videos you would prefer to see, and the majority voted for jungle tips and guides. So with that being said, this next video is going to be a jungle tip for early game. As far as basic knowledge, as far as early game goes, there's different factors to take into consideration, such as lane matchups, jungle matchups, and buff starts and paths. So as far as lane matchups go, there's a lot of diversity, and of course, you won't see the exact same lanes every game. But for the most part, you should have some basic knowledge on what lanes go and who's favorite, etc. And the jungle matchup, same thing. I think that's you're more familiar with that because there's less junglers to be played, and there's not two people in a lane or different meta champs coming into solo lanes. And as far as the buff start goes, you can look at the laners HP slash mana bars or how long they take to get into lane. And to show you guys an example of this, I will go into a recent replay I had against a very famous jungler that has come across to NA just for All-Stars, and that jungler is Levi. And bear in mind, this was my first game in like 3 days because I was so rusty and I just turned on stream. And there's also a stream point of view of this game, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, so in this game I'm playing Kha'Zix versus Lee Sin, and the Lee Sin, like I said, is Levi. And as far as the matchup goes, Lee Sin wins, I believe, pre-6, then post-6, Kha'Zix can make some plays with his ultimate. Just has to make sure he doesn't get one shot. But yeah, so I just go set up to my red buff. I have a feeling he's going to start red, and I don't really want to fight him early game, because I feel like his bot lane's stronger. And as far as top lane goes, Diana doesn't have much kill pressure early game versus Teemo, of course, because pre-6 Diana is like pretty worthless. It's like an Akali, she can't use her dash, she has no gap closing. Unless he wants to go for a cheese gank or just blow his flash early, Teemo should never get killed top lane as long as he has words. As far as mid lane goes, it's a matchup I'm not really familiar with. Fiddle 6 versus Xerath. I'm sure most of you aren't familiar with that either, but yeah, we have ignite pressure, so potentially a kill for me mid lane if I can want to go for a gank there. But honestly, this game I was running Dark Harvest, I believe. Yeah, I was running Dark Harvest with like sorcery, so I have like really weak early game runes. And my goal was to just farm, but I found it, you'll see, I tried to go for a play early game and it ends up not working, whereas if I had precision as my secondary, it would be easy double, but we're gonna see this. So I stored red buff. Instead of just like looking at my red buff, I look at top and mid and bottom to see where Lee Sin starts. So while walking to my top side, I'm looking at both top and mid, top and bottom. So Leona shows in lane, I get vision from the creeps, and I see that she has no mana. Well, she's down on mana and health. So I know for a fact that he started bot side. That's where I ping, I believe. Yeah, I ping. So I realized he started blue, I ping that for my teammates so they know that he started bot side. So I want to just get level 3 as fast as possible. Typically I want to just farm with Dark Harvest route, but I went for a cheese play, you guys will see. Also, junglers typically like Elise, Lee Sin just go for 2 buffs and an extra camp just to go for level 3 early ganks. And that's what Levi goes for as well. And Lee Sin doesn't lose much HP, so I don't really want to invade him. And he also has a faster clear than Kha'Zix, in my opinion. Early game, that is. So top is pretty much in a good spot for Teemo. Mid's actually pushed in, and they're both even health. So we have a ward on this entrance to see if Lee Sin comes top. And a ward on this entrance, like we said, we knew he started blue side, he's gonna make his way top side to get his red buff, get level 3, and then he's gonna look for a play or just go invade me. And since we have both these entrances warded, just because I pinged their level 1 buff, then we know he's top side, and my teammates actually reacted properly. So here I just do Scuttle Crab. I don't really want to fight him, but I see a good opportunity. I have a ward on him here, and I feel like he's gonna go in, so I'm telling Fit to bait. I'm like, it's not gonna work. They're not gonna go on this, but I actually do. So yeah, it's good heal as Xerath, but I don't think Fit had to had to flash. He could have ignited too, but then I see him go to Raptors. This is where the misplay happens, okay? So, there's two mistakes here, okay? One mistake is I Q a Raptor, and then the other mistake is I don't have precision as my secondary tree for the 9% extra damage when they're low on health. So you're gonna see what's gonna happen. This should be the easiest double kill ever. Because right now I think his spells are down. Not they're up now, but he has no smite to heal. Look at this. Yeah, they would literally both die there. Look how low they are. My 9% extra damage would have killed them. Or if like Fiddlestick ignited, just for the extra damage mid lane, but that's just 100% my bad. But the thing is, you have to be able to recover from these situations. Me using the wrong setup for, like, my setup wasn't for early game, it was more for mid game, and I just try to play it as early game, and that's why Dark Harvest with Sorcery is not good early game. Electrocute would have been better, but okay, so here's the idea. So we know he did, I saw a CS, he had 12 at the time, and he just used, I have a feeling he's going to finish Raptors. I have a ward just for that. He's mostly going to recall after that or look for a gank, but he's super low, so he's just going to recall here. So I know for a fact he's going to go bot side because Krugs are just not worth it. And if he ever goes top on a teamo, with the position the wave's in, there's no way he'll get a gank off unless he go for a dive. So I have a feeling he's just going to go bot side and either look for it, do Gromp and go for a gank bottom, or just recall pretty much. So, I mean, after he recalls. So I just do my top side. There's no way I can gank top here. Wave's too pushed in. And decide to make my way bottom, because I know for a fact he's going to go bottom. And he's recalling on a ward, so I'm like, okay, I don't have much time. I have to get bottom as soon as possible. Actually stay in lane here, I think. Alright, so I do that. I'm like, alright, he's gonna go to bot side for sure. His Gromp sub, way better to take than Krugs. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty rusty. This is my first game in 3 days on stream, so I didn't play too well, but also bot has been untouched so far, so another reason to be there. Hit level 4, but I'm pretty low on mana. I have like 90 mana. So I'm like, okay, at least since bottom guaranteed. He hits a trinket vision, but he doesn't get vision of me. And I'm like, okay. They've been in lane for so long, they haven't bought either of them, so there's odds are that their ward's already gone, unless they like kept one. But ping on the way. I know he's here, so I'm just waiting. And would you look at that, Lee Sin is here. So we got 2 kills just because I read the gang properly. Like, if I had the right rune setup for early game, this game would have been over because I would have been so snowballed. I would have killed their mid and jungler and Raptors alone. But, you know, it's a good way to come back into the game if you understand what the enemy jungler's goal is and where he's going next. Pathing is extremely important to read. Unfortunately, we do end up losing the game. If I just stick to my win condition, then we would have easily won, I think. But yeah, I hope this video helps you guys out. I know it's really short, but I'll definitely have a lot more content for the next few weeks before preseason starts, or well, before preseason ends. And honestly, this was my first time making a video like this, because typically I don't really do VOD reviews of myself. It's more of coaching other people. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't and think I can improve, then make sure to comment down below. So I'm definitely going to improve because that's my first time making a video like that. But as far as that goes, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you have some happy holidays with your families and have a nice day.